Welcome to the After Spin. Opinions from thought leaders in our state. Cash Michaels, a UNC Chapel Hill research team, just concluded a 12-year study of traffic stops by the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. Even though African Americans make up only a third of the driving age population in that county, they're twice as likely to be pulled over, receive traffic tickets, and be subjected to roadside searches. They account for 60% of the vehicle equipment stops by the department. For years, we've heard of racial profiling by law enforcement officers. Is there some justification for these statistics, or is it just driving while black?
Well, it depends. I had a chance to interview the head of that research team, Dr. Frank Baumgarten. He's the distinguished professor for political science at UNC. He did actually a statewide study back in 2011 where he determined that 77% of African Americans who drive throughout the state, and keep in mind these are direct comparisons black to white. They're working on a study now, white to Hispanic, but black to white, 77% more chance of being stopped and searched than the white counterpart. Black males more than anybody else. If you're a female in this state, it's likely that police will leave you alone. One of the things he determined is that police during traffic stops normally have a lot of discretion. If you're traveling, say, 15 miles over the speed limit, well, then, yeah, the cop has to stop you. If he sees a busted taillight, he doesn't necessarily have to stop you. Well, based on his figures, there are police officers in high crime areas who decide to use their discretion because they assume that they'll be able to capture more quote-unquote criminals that way. The problem is the numbers show that the contraband that is discovered when you make these stops actually are down like around maybe 12% or so. Wow. So if around 80% or 85% of the folks you're stopping are innocent and aren't doing anything, then what you've done is you have a built-in situation where the community learns not to trust the police. And that's the concern of the researcher. He's not an activist. He's not Reverend Barber. He's saying people know that people are being stopped and nothing is happening. No one's being arrested, nothing is wrong, and that creates a chasm between the police department and between these communities. So the question that you ask is based on the how people perceive the reason why police are stopping them in the first place.
Interesting. I'm sure it's a topic we'll be talking about some more. Thank you for watching the After Spin. More video all during the week on ncspin.com.